Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm gonna show you how I show property if you're not in town. If you don't live in Las Vegas, or if you aren't able to visit to see property, how do you get to purchase that property without knowing a fair bit about it? Well, here's how I do it for you. I'm going to show us around. Now, I'm going to simulate this because I don't want to show the property. I'm just doing this for a client that's all the way across the country, and they're looking to purchase out here, of course. They came into town originally with me. They met with me, and we saw property while they were here. But then it becomes difficult to come back and forth, okay? Because you're coming all the way across the country. That's probably the best way to do it. Get to know me, get to know how I do things, and then you'll be able to see, like when I send you video, what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it. Now I know some things about you and what you might be interested in, so I'm gonna point those things out, make sure I get film of them, and do all of that for you as my client, right? Today, I was playing some tennis and had to dart over here. It's a little overcast today. It might even start raining while I'm doing this. It's been a rare, very rainy time in Las Vegas. It kind of reminds me of many years ago when we didn't have a lot of drought situation going on the West Coast, and we would get floods in Las Vegas fairly often. The good news is these floods are not disasters. They don't generally destroy homes unless you've not taken care of your roof for a while, and you might have an issue. But the good news is we're not seeing a bunch of people get swept away by the floods that we're having, and we need this weather. It seems like maybe Mother Nature is getting caught up for, not bringing us very much water for quite a long time. So without further ado, what I'm gonna do is just kind of let you know, again, what I do to show a property out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm not just gonna show you the home. I wanna show you the entire area as much as I can. So this is why I have a 3-camera system on my car, where I can, mostly I'm gonna use the side camera and just drive by what I want you to see when I'm driving. This front camera is really not necessary because you don't need to see me. You need to see what I'm showing you. And so I'm gonna give you a quick gist of what I did for this neighborhood without showing you the property address or showing personal things of somebody that is selling the property. It is currently a property that's on the market. So if you're interested in purchasing a property in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you're like, it's really difficult to get out there, how do I know these things? Well, number one, you're gonna go through this process with me. Ideally, again, you can come out at least one time, get to know me. But if you can't, either way, I'm going to show you as much as I can about the properties. We do have to pick, because this is a process when I video and then download and send it to you. We do have to make sure there are properties that are really looking interesting to you, and then I can get you that package of all the video. You check it out. If you have further questions, I can answer that. If it's really necessary, I can go back out to the property. And then if you do get under contract, you can of course come out and visit the property in person. Usually you don't want to do that if you haven't gotten under contract yet, because by the time you come out, maybe the property's already going under contract with somebody else. So, you want to get that under contract first, and you're protected in these contracts, by the way. I would make sure you're protected, that you're not going to lose money or have any issues if you decide you don't like the property. From there, of course, you're going to do an inspection on the property as well. So you're going to be well covered in understanding what that property is. Anyway, let's get to it. I'm gonna do the neighborhood portion of this video that I'm doing for my clients. So I'm gonna be speaking to them and not you, but that's all right. We'll cut this up so it looks cool. As soon as I pulled up, this guy started using the blower on the neighbor's house. So it'll be a little noisy as I walk up. Here's what you'll see when you walk in to the home. Nice staircase. This opens up quite a bit here. And we have the kitchen. It has some of the yellow lighting in it. I think you could brighten this up a little bit if you wanted. Yeah, this is a bedroom. This must be an addition that was done. Nice large bathroom here. Almost like could be a pool house. Those ACs are definitely original units. Everything's very tidy with that pool equipment. You could put a little block wall here or something to hide that if you wanted. The pool itself looks in great condition. This is a proper size spa. They've pulled this out, which is probably good because that might have been pushing against that wall. This would be the primary. So a lot of space in here. Big tub. Maybe a little caulking, maybe a little bit of tile work in there, you know, just from use. Nice big walk-in closet. You know, just gonna let more light in when it's not so overcast out. I believe these were in the listing as being transferred with the sale. It's a 3-car garage. That is an older water heater, but it looks clean. This is gonna be part of the HVAC system. It looks in good shape as well. I've got a second fridge and freezer out here. You see that cap? I can guarantee that'll get pointed out by the inspector. Need the sealant to be redone, which is not a big deal. And if you see that little thing poking up that right there, he'll look around there, make sure the seals are good. So very quiet over here. Seems super chill. Looks like they're doing some work on that property. They put some pavers on that one. You're gonna see that because of the rain, we've got stuff in the street. Got some pretty good floods in the last couple days. Haven't had those in quite some time. The drought out on the West Coast has made it so there haven't been a lot of floods. We need those floods. That's kind of part of being in the desert out here. All right, so you could go, that's another part of the street over here. Kind of go through this a little bit more rapidly. I will not show every single street, but we'll get a good idea of the entirety of the neighborhood. Okay. So really, this community doesn't have a ton of homes in it, this gated community. On the other side over there is another community. Looks like slightly newer single-story homes. That's not part of this direct community. A lot of the houses have a similar look in here, but it's really nice, really quiet. Of course, I'm over here in the middle of Saturday afternoon. So it kind of gives you an idea of the activity you might see over here. Now this would be the entrance into the community. There's your front. And across is the other part of this. I think this is the same builder that built it, just one side. Granada Hills is, as you can see there, that's the gated, guard gated side, and then you have this side that is not guard gated. All right, so as I'm approaching here, it's a really nice entrance there, Granada Hills. All right, I'll do a little circumference of the area. we have some very good parts of it, which is the neighborhood in Granada Hills. We have this gated community here, Tahoe 2. And then you got another gated community here, over here on Schooner Lake Estates. But over here, these are just kind of like plopped over here, these houses. They're not bad. And you've got a school right in the middle. I think this is a middle school. So always good to have schools and churches around. And you've got some desert that's still undeveloped land around here. Looks like they might be doing some work on it. They've got some tractors over there. Yeah, nice tennis courts. Yeah, junior high school, so middle school. You can see the remnants of our flooding, especially when you have desert right next to a developed area. That desert's going to get swept into the, streets. So there'll be some cleanup. These are the homes that were on the other side. I believe these are going to be, these were a D.R. Horton home. These were the newer product that was built here. Probably what you'll see being built on some of these available land is properties like this. There are some condos here. Nice town. Actually, those look like townhouses. That's good. They're the same as this one over here. So whatever those are, townhouses, I believe. Do have some condos on the corner here, but mostly single family in this area, and very close to freeways, very close to a lot of the good stuff. This is Durango. I will swing back up just to kind of show you even better idea of where you are over here. So Durango, definitely a busy street. Tropicana, definitely a busy street, but where you're at is not nearly as busy as these streets. Great views of the city there. That was the Sultan of Brunei's property, I believe, on the corner here. Massive property. It's got multiple, maybe it's more inset. But there's a huge Spanish Trail property in there. Then on the other side here, that's what you're seeing there is Spanish Hills. So this is what you would drive past as you go home to this property. All right, so there's the Spanish Hills entrance. There's the freeway, so very easy to get around. And these are some newer condos. I think they're condos. I want to say those were for sale. I showed them years ago when they were built. All right, so that gives you a good idea of the area around here. This is how we do it. I show you around the area and tell you everything that I can, show you everything I can about the property. Now this video is not going to go into as much detail as one that would go to you, but you get the gist and how this works. If you want to buy a home in another state that you're not able to visit and see those homes all the time, this is how we can do it these days. And you will get a link to the videos, and you can just download the videos and watch them at your leisure. If you have additional questions, of course, we'll get those answered. And one thing I always want you to know is that my intention is to protect you for as long as possible in any transaction, to make sure you're not losing anything if you decide the property is not for you. On the other hand, if we've nailed it and you know the property's for you, this is a great way to make sure you're getting all the information about the property and making a great choice going forward. So I hope this helps you. Please subscribe to my channel. If you want to hear from me directly and speak to me about this process, call me, contact me anytime. I don't care how you get a hold of me. Throw a rock through my window. Just do it when you're ready. And of course, I will see you next week on a new video that will be all about what's happening in Las Vegas. In particular, what has transpired with the numbers, because we're in a new month and we should get the numbers that will tell us what happened from August to September. I'm definitely excited to see those numbers because I want to see if the trend is what I think it is, which is more inventory for you buyers. A little bit more inventory, which is much needed. Have a great day. See you on the next one.